Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am working on day 3 from 30 Days of Sketches. This is version 16. I have a bunch of papers and a bunch of photos, so let's see what I can do. Alright guys, so I've got this pile of pattern paper, and all of this has come out of the Never Ending kit. And what I am doing is just trying to figure out what I want to use as the background. So I have these orange cardstock pieces, and they have a little bit of a shine to them, just a little bit of like this little touch of metallic shine to them. I'm not sure if it's coming through a whole lot through video, but I promise you guys it is there. I have this one page of this cloud paper from Vicki Boutin. I'm going to go ahead and cut that bad boy in half, so I have 6 inches on each side. That's going to be the upper section of my layout. And then I am going to take this polka dotted paper and trim this one down as well. And then that is going to be the bottom section. Now in the sketch, it looks like it's all one sheet of paper, but I want it to have this be super colorful and fun because I am documenting Chloe's college graduation, and Chloe is super colorful and fun. I think this might be the last of the graduation photos I have to document. Nope, I think I have a couple more. But a couple of her graduation layouts are 2 pages, some of them are 1 page, and none of them coordinate with each other. Like, I didn't sit down with a specific set of supplies and be like, okay, this is what I'm going to scrapbook Chloe's graduation in. It just kind of whatever felt good and fun and right at the time. And so far she's loved her layouts, so we're going with it. Okay, so what I have done is kind of push these two background cardstock papers together so I can get an idea of where the papers need to be. Now, nothing is exactly perfectly 100% aligned with each other going from the left 12 by 12 to the right 12 by 12. And I'm not stressing about that for 2 reasons. 1, it's not something I stress about. And 2, my layouts are in binder type albums, so they aren't up close and personal right next to each other anyway. I have this pink paper from Coco Vanilla Studio, and I decided to use that as kind of that bar that goes across the layout. Mine is a little bit higher than what is in the sketch, but I am here for it and working with it. I'm going to trim down some of these photos so that they fit a little bit better on the page. That is a family photo in front of the class of 2023 sign. We were English, Sandy, speak it. We have a couple of those photos, and I wanted to scrapbook them all, it's fine. I think I took the best one where you see class of 2023 and scrapbooked that separately, but it has been over a year since she graduated. Has it been over? Yes, it has. It has been over a year since she graduated college, and I did some of those layouts a lot quicker than these that I'm doing right here, and I don't remember the layouts exactly, if it was just her in front of the sign or if it was the family in front of the sign. I'm not exactly sure, and that's okay. I'm also using cardstock again. This is that purple paper that I was talking about yesterday during the live, where you guys had no idea what I was talking about, that I had the purple paper out. But this is the layout. This is the layout that I used it in. I do put these 2 photos here on the left-hand side of the canvas. I put them on the same photo mat. And then over here on the right-hand side of the canvas, I'm going to do the same thing and put these 2 photos on one photo mat together. I feel like it's going to give this a little bit more of a cohesive look, that the photos all belong together, clustered together, so I am here for that. So this is a photo of Christopher and Chloe, and then Lana and Chloe, and then what is this one? Oh, me, Chloe, and Christopher. Yeah, pretty awesome. It was a pretty awesome day. All right, now we're going to get these popped onto the layout, and I'm just trying to figure out where exactly they're going to look the best, so that I can have a good amount of the pattern paper still showing, and still really nod to the sketch with how it is. Now, I'm not going to do a complete follow of the sketch. Speaking of following the sketch, today is Friday. Normally a follow a sketch Friday will go out, but this month there will not be a follow a sketch Friday, because I am doing the Christie's Beautiful Life sketches. So if you are being like, Sandy, you didn't post it in the Scrapping Reflections Facebook group, no, there will not be follow a sketch Friday during this month of Christie's 30 days of sketches, because I am participating in that, and they're great sketches. What I should have done was asked for my sketch to actually be on a Friday, but I think it is on Saturday. I think my sketch is tomorrow. And it is a post-it sketch, so we're still going to post it this month. All right, so got a very few number of doilies left in my stash, and I am going to use them on this layout to kind of represent those circles that are going on here. I am not going to add any leaves or florals. I am, however, going to bring in stars and hearts, because that is the way I'm feeling. Really didn't want to bring in florals on this layout for some reason. I just wasn't feeling it, which is weird because I've just realized that I've got the blue sky with the clouds and like green on the bottom, like it's the ground. So I don't know if I did that. Must have been a subconscious thought because I wasn't thinking sky and ground. But it's weird that I did that and didn't want florals on there. So I don't have an explanation, you guys. I'm going to use a couple different sticker sheets that are in the Never Ending Kit. And then it is going to say, oh, hello, happy day. Because as you can see with everyone's super huge smiles on their face, it was a happy day. There are some photos where Alex is not having a super huge smile on his face because he is in his full marine uniform that is wool, and he was hot. We were in Florida and it was hot. So everybody was happy. Even he was happy, even though he was a little bit miserable in the heat, but it's fine, you guys. It's completely fine. So now what I'm doing is just kind of straightening up a little bit so I can figure out what the final decoration is going to be on this layout. I'm thinking that I don't need a whole heck of a lot of decoration for two reasons, right? There is a lot of color on this layout. So you're already experiencing a lot when you look at it. And the second reason is there's a lot of photos on this layout that I don't want to take away the attention of, right? Like, it's like, I want you to see these photos because these are fantastic photos of our family, if I do say so myself. So I am going to put on a couple of these large photo corners, one on the left side of the page and one on the right side of the page. I did have to lift up the sticker that says Our Family because, hello, this is our family, right? Like, no big surprise or shockers there. So this is where I'm going to bring in the stars, and I decided to use the kind of hand-drawn look stars instead of the flat color puffy stars. I just felt like it added a little bit more interest to the page, and there were pops of white throughout, and these puffy stars are also going to give that pop of white throughout. So I'm just going to place them on a couple places, one by the title, one over here on this doily, and then one over on the upper doily on the left-hand side. I'm going to mess around with that for a few minutes and figure I need something else on there. It's weird because you're like, oh, I just need one more little something. I'm not exactly sure it is, but I know it just needs one more little something. Spoiler alert, it turns out to be a ticket that gets added to that section. But I'm also going to keep going with the black title and add pops of black onto the page as well. This is where I'm trying to figure out where I want to bring in something. I was thinking that I needed to add some little tucked in bits across the page, but in reality, I just needed it over here by the doily. So that ticket's going to get tucked in, and then the stars are going to go over top of that. And it is also layering up with that big, humongous photo corner as well. Let's see, what is that? That is something, you guys, and I don't know what it is, because now I'm underneath of the sketch and I don't see it. But it's fine. It is what it is. I'm going to pull out a couple of die cuts, some of these hearts, which I am totally digging right now. I'm going to put one over here and then one on the left-hand side of the page as well. So it's going to be kind of hanging out with the doilies in the doily area. Again, just for a little continuity across the page. I was thinking about adding a secondary title over here on the right-hand side of the page, because I was like, well, maybe it's a little naked over here, but ultimately I think that the two-page layout needed that space that was open, and didn't really have any extra decorative elements on top of it besides the pattern paper that was already there. So I think that that was a good decision. This is me trying to figure out if I need to add these rhinestones to this layout as well. The color would have been a great match, but there wasn't an exact place on the layout where I thought that the rhinestones would have really looked good. So I just decided to skip it, and I will save those for another layout. Just because there just seemed to be some weirdness, right? Like I was like, that doesn't really look right there. But this is where I'm bringing in those black foam stickers. Going to use a geotag and the little arrows, and then the larger areas. They're not larger areas, larger arrows as well. And like I said, now I've got the pops of white and I've got the pops of black, and I think that this super colorful layout has really just come together, right? So there it is, you guys. Check out the playlist. All 30 days are double page sketches. In case you haven't heard that by now, that's what it is. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.